Come along, children. Now we're going to have a little music.
Hi guys, welcome to the First Cut channel and our review of Honey Boy. I'm Sabrina.
This is RB3.
Written by and starring Shia LaBeouf along with Noah Jupe and Lucas Hedges and a talented supporting cast. It's directed by Alma Har'el in her fiction feature debut. And this focuses on an autobiographical look into Shia LaBeouf's life as he's inviting us into a world he experienced as a child actor in the care of his alcoholic father. Then it goes to him as a blockbuster star. So it goes back and forth between the 90s and 2000s to do so, and it kind of snapshots his experiences as a child and how it shaped him as a young adult taking steps to recover from these traumatic experiences. So RB3 and I saw it at ArcLight this past Friday.
Yeah.
RB3, what are some of your thoughts about Honey Boy?
Listen, I absolutely love this movie. This is one of the, I think, it's very easy for a self-autobiography, is that what you call it? It's easy for one of those to be like really self-indulgent and and especially when you have the main actor playing his father. I mean, we've seen that a couple times, I think, in a couple movies. But Shia LaBeouf really added his own spin to it. I'm really happy to see this. I've always been a Shia LaBeouf fan my entire life, even from like back in even Stevens days and all of that. This movie kind of adds a whole new perspective on what you were a fan of back in the day. Like, oh, this is what, is seemingly going on behind the scenes. We don't know how much is actually accurate or how much is artistic interpretation. But I think overall, this is a great movie. I think this is one of the top films of the year, one of the best acted movies of the year.
Yeah.
And I think, it's crazy. It's crazy good.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with a lot of what you said. So something I want to talk about first are the performances.
Yeah.
So Shia as his father, just from my perspective, like when I was watching it, I was thinking about how hard it would be to like relive those instances from the opposite point of view. Mm-hmm. And you were mentioning like the self-indulgent part, which is something I thought about while watching the trailer.
Right.
But yeah, it made my heart like really heavy. But like I feel like Alma Har'el, the director, and Shia kind of knew that he needed to be the one to play this part. He's the one that's going to do it justice. Mm-hmm. And especially throughout the film, you could kind of really feel the catharsis that he's experiencing by playing his father. It really hits home. Mm-hmm. It's his form of therapy and recovery from his experiences. But yeah, as you said, I don't think there's a hint of self-indulgence or self-pity. Mm-hmm. I think he's just kind of bearing his soul in this beautiful and artistic way. So I really, really enjoyed his performance.
And what else is art for other than like self-expression? So that's kind of the beauty of it. And it's nice seeing somebody who's had this much experience in the game, especially someone like Shia LaBeouf, who not only has acted for a long time, he's also directed a few things in the past too. So it's good that he's using like all of his storytelling capabilities to tell something that is deeply personal. I mean, you could tell, I think even in the movie, the character who's representing Shia LaBeouf in the present, played by Lucas Hedges, you see him actually writing the movie for what you're about to watch. And a lot of times, it's meta. And a lot of times in movies that could be kind of cheesy, but for me, it worked. It kind of worked in this movie. And I think Lucas Hedges also, too, is somebody who actually embodied Shia really well. So definitely.
And I feel like a lot of what you just said is kind of what makes this film so unique and brilliant. Mm-hmm. And it's the honesty, the rawness of the look. Mm-hmm. It's immensely refreshing, especially from someone of Shia's status.
Right.
So as you said, Lucas Hedges, like in my opinion, he's one of the best actors.
Yeah.
Working right now, like young actors, and so he absolutely shines in the role. In the darker moments, in like the sunnier moments, I think he does a great job portraying him in both of those like parts. Mm-hmm. I think he really nails his mannerisms, like as like both of us are Shia fans.
Right.
So he nails those mannerisms and his exact accent, even with the police footage.
Yeah.
Like, I remember seeing it on the news like years ago, whenever it happened.
Yeah.
Just it sounds exactly like it. It's so crazy. Mm-hmm. And Noah Jupe, who played young, it's actually Otis, so it's not Shia's name, which I love that he made that choice.
Right.
Not to call it Shia, it's Otis. So Noah Jupe plays the young Otis, and he's outstanding. The film is primarily seen from his portrayal. Mm-hmm. And it's like shocking how he like elevates his character and how he transcends his character and just goes beyond what we thought. Mm-hmm. It's absolutely incredible.
Right.
And a lot of the supporting cast. Martin Starr, who plays like the rehab director person, he did great, and Byron Bowers.
Yeah. And also FK Twigs in this movie too. She's great in that too. And you know, going back to the director a little bit, Alma Har'el, like you said, it's her feature like fictional movie debut. She's done documentaries and stuff. It's very interesting that they got a documentary filmmaker to do this, because you definitely feel like the rawness of it, the humanism of it. Like there's also a lot of visual style to it too. There's a lot of bold colors and images that it presents, but it's also very human and very like stripped away and very actor focused. And I think that's very important for a movie like this. 100%.
And along with that, the screenplay that I believe Shia wrote the screenplay like we see in the film, and then Alma ended up kind of changing the structure a little bit and helping him with that. So, he's such a talent with the dialogue and with everything. We can feel every word, the way they like end a sentence, just the way it's hanging, like with him and his father, those interactions. It moved me in a way I haven't felt in a long time, and I know it moved you.
Yeah, I was super moved by it. Yeah, one of the few movies I've seen a couple tears roll out. You know what I mean? But it works so emotionally because it gives you both perspectives of it. A lot of times you see with these movies, it's a lot of times when it's about a father and son relationship, it goes out of its way to show you like only the bad moments and doesn't really show you like a lot of the fun moments or the heartwarming moments that parent and kid have together. So that's why I think it hit like really well, for me at least.
No, definitely. And then something else I want to mention that I think is really important is the diversity behind the scenes. So, of course, we have a woman director with Alma Har'el.
Yeah.
There's a Mexican female editor, Monica Salazar.
Okay.
And an Argentinian cinematographer, Natasha Breyer, who also did The Neon Demon.
Oh, Neon Demon? Neon Demon. Excellent movie.
Yeah, especially the cinematography. Like, that's something that stands out. So I really think that this entire lineup is such a triumph. What are your thoughts about that?
No, I love that. I didn't even know the Neon Demon connection. Me and JT actually saw Neon Demon together a long time. That was like one of my first time hanging out with any schmoes. Yeah. People. And to me that says a lot about both Shia LaBeouf and the hiring process, but also the creativity that you could see in collaboration, right? It could have been very, like I said before, it could have been very easy for Shia to have this like vanity project thing where it's just all him. He directs it, he writes. I mean, we see a lot of actors do those kinds of things, but it's very telling that he got somebody else behind the camera. He got somebody else behind actually doing the DP work, actually editing, and it has even though, this is a very masculine movie about father and son, you have a very, like a feminine base behind it that adds a lot to it, too. So I think that's really, really nice.
No, definitely. Yeah. I agree with that. That's amazing. So to wrap up some of my thoughts, I think there's many moments in the film that are kind of hard to watch, but at the same time, you're so immersed into the storytelling that Alma's creating with her directing, Shia's script, the actors taking it even further to bring all of this to life. I think it's truly something really spectacular and unique, and it's really captivating. So I would highly encourage everyone to go see this film if you can.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I think this is one of the finer films so far this year. We've seen a lot of great ones, Marriage Story. There's been a lot that
there's so many good movies this year.
It's kind of tough to.
It's making me so happy.
It's weird because we have so many blockbusters and those kind of overshadow, but the independent movement that we've been seeing so far this year has been crazy. So Parasite 2, another one. So
yeah. So that wraps up our review of Honey Boy. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Sabrina.
This is RB3.
How do you think it feels to have my son paying me? How do you think that feels?
You wouldn't be here if I didn't pay you.